Listen, I know you think that Lucy Liked the Way isn't a full cartoon, but it's not. It's a segment on Sprout's Good Night show airing on a starring Nina, aka Michelle Heap, and her pal Star are in the segment. Nina and Star have a firefly named Lucy who goes on animated world and investigates what things are in the dark. I somehow hate the series. Why, you ask? Because it's the fact that the objects at Lucy points are complete silhouettes. The scariest one of all was the tree, but that wasn't the true story. Why I really hate it is because of one of the episodes that made me want to put a cucumber down and put my foot down on it. A few days ago, I went back to my family because they were worried that I would have been gone forever. By the way, I'm 17 years old and I have a driver's license. In my family, I have a mother and a father and two brothers named Keanu and Thomas, three sisters named Eliza, Annie Marie, and Natasha. My uncle and aunt were murdered by the lions while on the trip to Africa. One day I was walking home from work when I heard the sound of something being tossed into the garbage. I went to see what it was placed there. There were some bottles and something interesting. One object I found was a videotape. It labeled LLDTW. I later noticed that it meant Lucy Liked the Way. I was thinking it was a complete collection of all the segments of the show. I ran home as fast as I could like Charlie Bucket from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, excited to watch the tape. Before I tell you anything about this tape, there was an accident that occurred a long time ago. It started off when a birthday surprise went really wrong. It was the day of my birthday and I thought my friends Mark and Cleveland knew about me and knew enough that I'm into shopping, video games, and kids movies. They had told me that they were going on a day as a surprise and I was so excited until we get there. They took me to a lousy theme park. I was so annoyed. What did they think I was, a kid? We lined up for an hour for one of the first people to ride the new roller coaster. It was supposed to be one of the scariest roller coasters in the world, but I hate them. I think they're really scary and they did mess up my hair. But I didn't want to tell them that. I was really nervous and it got worse. We were all located at the front seats. My friends and I were so excited for the best ones, but just made me feel even more scared. Wait a minute. This tarnation am I talking about? Okay, with that out of the way, let's get through the tape. Before I could watch it, my parents and the rest of my family were going to see Frozen 2. The reason why I didn't want to go see it was the fact that Let It Go was a catchy song from the movie, and it could make it worse. So I stayed home all by myself. Now that my family have left, I put the tape on the DVD in the VCR and then it played. The tape started off with the episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I noticed that I was playing on the MF of Sprout channel. I'm sorry, I'm just literally pissed off. Team Aqua Hunger Force is not a kid's show. But after the program ended, it showed me some commercials when it came back to the Good Night show. However, things weren't always about this of the way to speech. When Lucy Liked the Way started, Star was unfortunately Star Butterfly from Star vs. the Forces of Evil. While watching, something concerned me. There was a picture of the World Trade Center in New York. There was a Nina going out to launch and Lucy to picture the Twin Towers. But it never happened. Nina launched Lucy into the sky where Lucy went into a field that looked like something out of the Avengers Endgame. The moon was at least a waning crescent. Lucy flew over to something with red sparks in his hands. Oh, I know what's happening. She was solving some clues to figure out the Avengers were a silhouette. This clue was that the Scarlet Witch... How did I know? Scarlet Witch is the red things around her. I knew exactly who the voice lines were from the beginning. And here's how it went. Nina: I wonder what Lucy will be heading tonight. Star: I wonder too. Nina: okay, here's our first clue. Oh, it's a woman, but she has red sparks or something. Star: whoa, Nina, watch your mouth. Shut up, Star. I'm trying to guess what it is. Of course, Star cries. Then the tape somehow cuts to static. Why in the world would Nina and Star be swearing on a children's program channel? I threw out the tape for real, and I wish I never picked up. Later that night, my family came home claiming that my mom was arrested for planning to hit one of my brothers for saying something that nothing's funny. she was put in the jail for 3 years. A few days later, I went to live with my older sister, who had done her best to look out for me. But it was just not same having my mom around. It wasn't her fault that she was in jail. The police treat her very well. One night, my sister took out my money from my dad's account and ran away for her own protection. And my mom even had to leave me behind and escape with the cops. But the police caught her for trying to leave the country with money, and the court didn't believe, and she ended up being charged with fraud and sentenced to 2 years in prison. I try my best to keep my mom happy. I bring my sister presents and I cook her favorite cakes to bring to them to her bedroom, but they never seem to make her happy. She is so unhappy that my mom's in jail that I couldn't do anything to fix it. Well, at least one of my parents, they even called Rocky. He is so tough. No one would dare mess with her. So, with Mother's Day coming up, I knew that I had to do something really special to make my mom happy. And I had the best idea. I thought I could do something different besides something big. I hired a plane to do something from some skywriting of her prison. I thought of her when she was in prison. Her friends saw to make me so happy. I was going to surprise her by skydiving out of the plane too. Until one day I got to the skydive, I got really nervous. I don't like heights. When I was up in the plane, I literally they had to push me out. I was so scared. Well, I don't have much to say anymore, so that is going to wrap it up. And that, my little pretties, was Lucy Light the Way, Carried It Too Far. A Lucy Light the Way lost episode funny pasta. Well, my final thoughts on the story. Oh my god. It was a really funny pasta. I can definitely say that. This pasta was obviously one of the funniest ones I've ever seen. Although I think I do have one or two negatives that I do have to say, but I'm going to get started off with the positives. Now, for one, I liked it how it went out despite the cliches that were into this funny pasta. Despite the cliches, it obviously worked out really nice. Like, this is actually a funny pasta. And I do know it's a funny pasta, so I know it's not meant to be taken seriously. What I could definitely say is that it's really funny, come to think of it. It is a really good idea when I come to think of it. Like, I actually really feel that this pasta actually did really well in regards to, everything about this. Now, I could definitely say that this one was actually really funny. I actually found this story to be rather enjoyable. The concept was pretty funny. Even though despite the cliches, I'm willing to excuse them for a funny pasta. Like, I understand it's a funny pasta, and it's not meant to take it seriously, so I guess I can give that a pass, with the cliches that were incorporated in there. But I obviously really have to say that this one was actually really, really, really funny. And I could definitely say that there was a lot of time and effort into it. Now, the storyline was quite awesome, to be completely honest. It was quite awesome, to be completely honest. And I do have to say it was really, really amazing, come to think of it. Now, is there anything else that I do have to say? Well, I could definitely say there's a lot of concept to it, It's just, I don't even know what it is, but I could definitely say it was just flat out amazing. And it's just something I'm going to be completely honest. Now, for one thing that I could say that I wasn't really I didn't really care about too much, is the sentence structuring is good, and even the paragraph structuring is good too. I believe there were some grammar errors throughout the story, a few run-on sentences and stuff like that. So this story of its own self was, how do I put it? A little difficult to read. It was quite a little difficult to read because of the way that there was some, I think there were run-on sentences, lack of proper punctuation marks, and stuff like that. So what could have been done to make it better is maybe have it, a little... So what could have been done to make it better is maybe fix up the grammar a little bit, like the few grammar errors I did spot, maybe fix up the sentence structuring a little bit. But other than that, this is really readable. And it's very understandable, very readable. And I obviously have to say, it all flows well. And I could definitely say that, Ashley Armbruster. Oh, yeah. This story was written by Ashley Armbruster. Ashley Armbruster, thank you so much for the story. It's highly appreciated. Now, there's another thing I could definitely say that I really liked. Is that the whole story itself is just flat out amazing. I can definitely say it's flat out amazing. With the fact that this everything itself was just really, really awesome, and I could definitely say that this story was actually really nice, and it was really, really awesome. Like, the story itself is just amazing, but what I could suggest is maybe fix the grammar up a little bit, maybe fix the sentence structuring, and the paragraph structuring could be fixed up, and then that way it would be a lot easier to read. That's something I can definitely say. Now, of course, like I'm always going to say, this is simply my own personal opinion, and if you disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to these, creepypasta or funny pasta in this case, and this is simply my own personal thoughts. My final rating of the story, I'm going to give this one a, you know what, I'm going to give this one a 8.5 out of 10. It's a great story, great funny pasta, great concept and all that, but what I could suggest is maybe the grammar could be fixed up with the grammar errors, and same with the sentence structuring could be fixed up a little bit, and maybe fix up the punctuation marks. But other than that, this story was just flat out amazing. Now, I could definitely say there was definitely a lot of time and effort into the story, and of course, that's just all I have to say. But of course, this is the story that I could definitely say that is a really good story. Now, this is on Goshia Wiki if you guys are wondering, but I'm going to say this right here and right now. So here's something I'm going to be honest right here, and here's one thing I'm going to say. First of all, I'm going to say right now is that, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not trying to, what was it? Oh yeah. The only time I'll touch Goshia is if I'm reading a fan story, like Matthew Bumford's, The Dark Cat, or Ashley Armbruster stories. That's the only reason why I'll touch Goshia, but I won't touch it anywhere else, because the story on there is just garbage. So, okay. Let's be honest. So, I'm going to be honest with right now. So, okay. Now, is there anything negative that I do have to say? No. Well, other than the grammar and the sentence structuring could be fixed up just a bit, just so we can fix up the grammar mistakes and all that. But other than that, it's very readable. So, what did you all think about this funny pasta? You all enjoy it? Did you all not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this funny pasta a lot better? Leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you're brand new here to this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload, so you guys will get updates to my channels and videos and all that. So, like always, please roll the outro because I'm out of here, and I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace out.